Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a 29-year-old man. He's from Florida. His name is Jordan. And he was arrested on Sunday night because, well, the cops caught him playing basketball naked at a park.
Oh, so that's frowned upon.
No, he was just on Team Skins.
Yeah, really, definitely Team Skins. I love the name of the park, though. They went to a place called Candyland Park.
Oh boy,
which is right next to Chutes and Ladders Park. I don't know if you've seen it. They're really close to each other on. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying there's a park that you should get naked at, but one that's called Candyland Park just seems like a terrible idea to be naked at.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah. So, yeah, they had to go there. There was a report of a naked man walking around. When they got there, officers found Jordan in his full glory when they said, "Hey, dude, what are you doing playing basketball naked in public?" Jordan allegedly told the officers that he thought he could get better at the game if he practiced naked. Well, okay.
See, Joe?
Yeah.
That could have been the way for him to make the NBA.
Yeah, he had too much wind resistance. You could have moved down the court quicker if you had no clothes.
I know it's wrong to do that, but if I walk by and there was a group of guys playing basketball naked, I might watch just because it would be a funny watch.
Yeah, it would definitely be a funny watch. I mean, if you go to the Solstice Parade, you see a bunch of guys naked riding bicycles. What's the difference?
Just like when you're just trying to make a layup in the paint.
Oh, yeah.
Do you try and block the guy?
No, you don't.
Never. See, it works then.
Yeah, you don't. You're like, no, I'm not going to go face to junk just to try to stop you.
Taint
not
in the
do
paint.
It.
No.
Yeah.
If you're the cop, would you want to have some fun with that and say, okay, let's get, you have 10 shots, 5 naked, 5 with clothes on. If you can nail the 5, if you do better with the ones that are naked, we'll give you a warning.
Okay. I like that. I like you. This is Steve Justice.
I would be a terrible cop.
Yeah, this is Steve Justice. Everybody would get off.
Wait, you let a man off for being naked in public playing basketball.
Excuse me. Yeah, you let a naked man get off, and that's what really would be bad. As it were. Yeah. Yeah, Steve.
Oh, that's just a visual I didn't need.
Sorry about that, buddy. That's right. All about the backcourt.
Play some horse with him.
Okay.
No.
Look. Hey, good news from Oreo.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, because for some reason, me liking double stuff isn't enough for these people. They always got to come out with something new, and so they got new flavors rolling out this summer. And here we go. You ready?
Yes.
S'mores Oreos are hitting the stores now, which I would like to call S'moreos.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you're right. Call them S'moreos.
They should be S'moreos. I don't know who's working at that place, but okay.
Oh, they look good. Then they look. Are Oreos just trying to like take on Girl Scout cookies with like a bunch of different flavors?
Yes, they are.
Do you think that's part of what is inspiring them to be this way?
I think you're 100% right, because I had S'mores Girl Scout cookies recently, and they were delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what it would taste like if I can put it on a stick somehow and like roast it.
That'd be great.
Ooh.
Or just microwave it.
No, you got to roast it over a campfire
you need
so you
the
get
campfire.
that flavor.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? You do you. I'm not going to wait to go camping. To get that hickory smoke or whatever flavor it's going to give me.
Yeah, just start a fire in your kitchen. You'll be fine. There you go.
Oh, that I can do easily. Just have me make popcorn.
Just sit on them for a couple hours and then eat it.
It's a graham cracker flavored cookie. 2 layers of cream. Oh, so there is actually there's 2 layers of cream, 1 marshmallow, and then 1 chocolate.
Yeah.
So it still has the Oreo cream in it, but they threw a little marshmallow, little chocolate in there for. Oh, that sounds so good.
Those things look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, you see it right there? A little layer of the chocolate, a little layer of the cream.
Okay. I dig it. And latte thins are coming in June. They're thin chocolate cookies with coffee-flavored cream in between.
That just, yeah. I mean, look, if you're eating Oreos, what are you trying to, like, worry about your health?
Are they caloric? I mean, what's the calorie base?
140 calories
per 4 cookies.
Per 4 cookies.
Well, it makes me feel uncomfortable. What about those bad boys?
I'm sure these are probably 140 calories for one cookie.
Yeah, they don't put it on the front, so it's not a reduced calorie thing. Yeah, the Thins are what they put out for their sort of diet cookie. 4 cookies for 140 isn't horrible.
Okay.
Or you could be fancy and just like dip your cookie into your latte and be like,
there you go.
I like that idea with a $75 cup of coffee.
There you go.
Oh, gee, let's get this done. Marshmallow Moon Oreos are coming out mid-June, and they're basically regular Oreos, but they have a moon design on the cookies to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. Oh, that's right.
That's kind of cool.
Whoa, 50 years ago.
It even has glow-in-the-dark stickers on the packaging.
Now, the color of the cream looks a little different.
Like stickers.
It does have almost like a purple hue to it.
Yeah, the cream is purple, but it's tasting just like a regular Oreo.
Yeah, that color, if it just tastes normal, it's going to be really strange.
I hear it makes your poop glow in the dark.
See, right?
That would be amazing.
Awesome.
All right.
That would actually be pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I would buy those.
I'd buy more than one pack, actually.
And then you're just going to go watch after you're done? Just look at your glowing toilet?
Well, I'd turn the lights off, of course.
Well, yeah, of course you would. I don't think
And
I
then
want to see that.
Snapchat it to my friend Munson.
Yeah, that's what you'll do. How about mint chocolate chip Oreos? They're coming in July.
Those aren't a thing yet? I feel like that should have been a thing a long time ago.
I agree. I'm sure they've had mint Oreos, but the mint chocolate chip is the difference.
And it's Baskin Robbins.
Oh, gotcha.
It's limited edition.
Makes more sense.
So there's 2 layers of cream.
This might be the one for me.
And 1 layer of mint. And a chocolate layer. And both layers have tiny chocolate chips inside.
Yep.
Oh, see, the S'moreos are better for me.
I'm sold on this one.
All right. I'm not a big mint chocolate chip guy. It's like, I'll do that ice cream, but I'm not happy about it.
Oh, man.
Because I like the chocolate chip, but I'm not a big mint fan.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like Andy's mints?
They're okay. I mean, I'll take them if they got them, but I would rather have something else.
Oh, man, I'm all about it.
Me too.
Yep.
But I do like the peppermint popcorn the peppermint drizzle popcorn for some reason at holiday time. I don't know why, because I'm not a mint guy. Okay, so Oreo's last one. I just saw the picture. You guys got
so
excited.
DJ just almost had an aneurysm.
But here's the
so
thing.
excited.
Oreo's definitely stealing from Trader Joe's on this. I'm sorry. I just cannot believe that they're going to be able to make them as good as Trader Joe's. And I'm talking about maple cream Oreos, which are coming out. You may not think they're a thing, but if I got addicted to those maple leaf cookies that Trader Joe's sells, and they're basically what they are. They're an Oreo with maple cream, and it's got the white cookie.
Like maple syrup?
Yeah.
Is that what they mean by maple?
It's maple flavored cream.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
maple
syrup
flavored cream, because if you look at the logo, it almost looks like has like a little bit of a syrup look to the logo.
Okay.
Golden vanilla cookies with maple flavored cream in between. Here's what we're going to do. When those come out,
we're going to get them all.
We're going to do a taste test, because I find it hard to believe that Trader Joe's can be beat on the maple cookies.
So wait, we're getting all the Oreo cookies and then also the Trader Joe cookies.
Yeah, to make it that way, you guys can do the taste test to see what you think is better.
Can we get some of that cookie butter too while we're at it?
Listen, buddy, it's your world.
Spread it on all of them.
Do what you want, my friend. It's your world. Okay, so I'm looking forward to the s'mores and definitely the maple cream.
Somebody has an issue with you.
Really?
Come on, BJ. Double stuff? Too much cream, bro.
No, dude, double
the ratio
stuff
is all jacked up, original all the way.
I have to agree with this texter.
Yeah, I have to tell you, double stuff it's somehow to me the right balance. And I'm usually a guy that doesn't like too much of anything. Like I always will, when it comes to my sodas, I will never get the full strength flavored soda. I'll half and half it on the freestyle.
Yeah, but man, that's just so much cream.
Dude,
It's too much.
I'm sugary, man. I'm sugar. I can understand why you regular people think I'm crazy. I know it's me. I love, but then again, they sell it, so I can't be the only guy eating double stuff. There must be a thing.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. There's people that like it. It's just a lot.
Yeah. And somebody said they can't be called S'moreos because another company, unfortunately, already has that name.
Oh, really?
Who's got S'moreos?
I don't know.
I would think the Oreo company would be suing them, going, it sounds too much like Oreo.
Somebody's on top of it, man. It's like, did you see the story about the San Diego Padres on Mother's Day?
No, what happened?
One of the funniest things, and I mean, eventually got their Twitter handle back, but they decided for Mother's Day they would be called the San Diego Madres.
Oh, okay.
Because Padres.
Makes sense.
So they changed the name on their Twitter, but they also changed their actual Twitter handle. It was no longer at Padres, it was at Madres.
Oh.
So some Padres fans saw that and quickly picked up the at Padres handle, because now nobody in the Padres organization thought to, just keep it and we sign up with the Padres account so that no one else can take it. So someone took it and started posting from that, and then people are still adding the Padres. So hey, what are we gonna do? We need to get rid of this guy, and he would just respond, "I think you're right." So people are thinking the Padres are like, "Yeah, we should trade this guy. We should do this." He was having fun with it.
Damn.
Twitter, of course, eventually took the name back and gave it back to the San Diego Padres, but it was just that was pretty funny.
Yeah, who would have thought? Man, you go. Yeah, who would have thought that you would change? I mean, I've seen people change their the name on the handle, but the handle itself,
dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah,
the San Diego Madres. That's kind of cute. All right, nice. All right, Steve. Danny?
Somebody's all about the mega stuffed. They're amazing.
We tried those. That actually was too much for me.
No, that was the most stuffed.
Yeah, the most stuff.
There's difference between mega, most,
which is
double. Yeah,
which is the most.
I think it was the most stuff.
Yeah.
See, I feel like mega would be more than most, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, most is most. Like you can't. They have the most stuff. That means no one should have any more stuff than that one.
You have double stuff, mega stuff, and most stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
They know we love our cream, but I thought.
I know, man.
Yeah, and for me, the most and mega was too much, I have to say. And look, you may think this is a crazy conversation, but we've had this conversation. Who's that? I always forget his name.
Navarro.
Thank you, buddy. But I mean, why can't I mean you? I talked about it so much.
A billion times.
I know, and I still can't remember Dave's name every time. But people are addicted to these Oreos. You have to get off these bad boys. I don't have any in the house because they will not last.
Somebody says scrape. I've never heard of this. This is a stoner. I mean, not as if this already wasn't a stoner conversation. Scrape the cream out of a bunch of double stuffed Oreos. Put it on a peanut butter sandwich. Hell yeah.
Well, I used to like the Fluffernutter.
Wow,
yeah. Makes sense. Ooh, I want to try that.
So excessive.
It sure does. I will. Well, they should just maybe give us just a bottle of stuff, right? Or that's the next thing.
That's the next thing. They're going to just start selling stuff.
Sell the stuff. I'd buy it.
And would just eat it with a spoon?
I'd put it all over my body.
All right, now we've gone too far.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. All right. Well,
Thanks for making it weird.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this council member in D.C. This council member wants to let people give each other parking tickets using their phones. Okay. This is an idea that can't go wrong.
I already think this guy sucks.
Yeah, you're going to find out why he wants to do this at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, Rock of Seattle. Well, Steve's got a new favorite politician. It's a council member in D.C.
I hate this guy.
You haven't even met him yet, Steve.
I don't like him one bit.
What he wants to do is he wants to let people give each other parking tickets using their phones. He says it's to protect the public from people who block bike lanes, fire hydrants, and crosswalks. Here's the councilman talking about it.
It would start small. Just 10 people per ward can be trained, make sure that they're ready to go. But when they see a vehicle that's blocking a bike lane, blocking a crosswalk, blocking a fire hydrant, they would have the ability, using an app on their phone, to be able to take a picture and actually have a ticket that would be issued.
So we're encouraging people to snitch on each other.
Tattletales.
Yeah, and I'm sure they wouldn't get paid for this, right?
No, probably not.
Yeah, see, this is what irritates me. It's like, you guys have enough of our friggin' tax money. Hire people to do that.
What's the incentive then? Just so that you're being able to help hold up the integrity that is parking? I don't understand. You had to get some kind of money for that.
Well, no, because some people really love to tattletale.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's the people that are just really, really mad. It's like around in Seattle specifically, you have like maybe a couple of 2-hour parking spots that are free in all of Seattle.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the people that are doing that are like, you got here first and you've been here for more than 2 hours. You deserve a ticket because I didn't get this spot.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't like the idea that we force regular people to be enemies with other regular people. It happens a lot of time in the world of retail where you get this minimum wage employee that's behind the desk, and then there's a regular person who's just got a regular job themselves arguing with that minimum wage employee trying to get a fair deal out of the company, the retail establishment, when the big money people are nowhere in the building. The people you're really mad at are nowhere in the building, and we're fighting each other. I don't like that.
And I know it's just going to take one incident that somebody's going to come to their car and you're going to see some random person taking a picture of their license plate on that app, and you don't think you're going to pick the wrong person at the wrong time. And not saying it's right, but somebody's going to freak out on this stranger tattletaling on them, and that's going to be a top story, and then this is going to be over. Anyway.
Yeah, this councilman's an idiot.
Thank you.
He really, really is. Yeah, we don't need more road rage.
Plus, I love it when I park somewhere and I forgot that the meter ran out, and I get there and I'm like, yes, I beat the law.
Yeah,
I don't need my fellow, citizen doing the meter maid's job.
And plus, you don't know anybody's
Is that a
story.
bad name?
Yeah.
Meter maid? I don't know.
It probably is.
Parking enforcement.
There you go. Yeah.
You don't know what someone's got going on. What if someone's got a bunch of kids or their grandma with them and they're only a couple minutes late? The people are just going to get
a ticket, Vicky.
People are going to have this power high and start trying to ticket everybody.
You deserve a ticket. You and Steve both. You.
I like this texter that says, "I think the parking ticket thing is great. I'd be out there ticketing all the cops and public officials that think that they don't apply to parking regulations."
Yeah, good luck to you on that one.
That'd be fun. I'd love to hear the response that he'll get.
Yeah.
See, I don't think we need to give parking tickets or have anything for this particular group of people, but if we had a place that we can shame them into stop doing it, the people that take up 2 to 3 parking spaces in a parking lot.
Yeah. I always love when people leave those notes. Mm-hmm. And they're just shaming the person.
Or if they get the chalk out, it's oh, here we go, we fixed it for you. Obviously, you can't park within the line, so we make new lines for you.
That's the person that would do this. The person that would leave a note or do the chalk, any of that stuff, they are one level away from going, yeah, I will work for the government to really show you.
See, what they should do instead of letting them write tickets or anything is just give them balls that you can put on top of the antennas that just signal bad parker and have a big alarm on them. So you publicly shame them as opposed to just giving them a ticket. Don't do it monetarily. Do it just via ego.
Then I'm going to be carrying a bunch of balls around.
Oh, yeah. The weekends have prepared you for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody texted, parking in front of a fire hydrant is not okay. You're delaying the fireman and people could die. I'm not saying that people should park in front of a fire hydrant. I think that's stupid. But I always love when you see I see it on the internet. I've never seen it in person when firemen will just smash out the windows and put their fire hose.
Yes.
And I'm just good.
Yeah.
There's a lesson learned.
I love that idea. You know something? They come in and destroy the car because they've got to get the job done. That way, that'll really teach the person. We don't need us going after each other. We have a system in place. It's called the fire department get to wreck house if you're in front of their hydrant.
So it says, I do parking enforcement. I wear a bulletproof vest every day, and I have a direct line to the police. This sounds like a huge safety issue. And then there's some people that says, why defend the rule breakers? This is a great idea.
It's not a great idea if we're the ones that have to do it. I'm saying just hire more people to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not defending the rule breakers here.
I am. Breakaway.
Oh, yeah, but see, you're the guy that would be in the HOV lane way too
Not
much.
anymore, man. Those days are
not
over.
anymore, but those old Steve days, man.
So what? You haven't changed over the course of your life?
No, I've been perfect forever, Steve.
Do you have to forever answer to the mistakes that you've made as a young adult?
I think you missed the statement that I have never made mistakes, which is why I was born perfect.
Oh.
I continue the tradition.
I will go with that.
Here we go, ladies and
why
gentlemen.
not?
It's almost 50 some odd years
50 years of what?
of perfection.
So you weren't perfect for the first 30 years of your life?
Hey. Okay, great. Have a good time.
It's because you're old.
Have a good time.
Thank you, Dan.
Have a good time. Forever HOV violator. Have a good time.
I don't even go near that lane anymore.
That's it. I'm done.
That's right.
I'm done with that.
It doesn't exist to me.
I'm out of here. I don't care if I got 90 people in the car. No, if it's a cloud car, no HOV lane.
That's right.
I have to say that I don't want this because I am an HOV violator for a part of it before it goes into I can pay to be in there. Because there's a part on 405 North that isn't the HOV pay lane.
Yeah.
But I want to get there. And I'm like, well, I'm going to pay. Why can't I be over here right now? Because in another mile, I will pay.
Right.
So shouldn't I get the early bird discount and get over here now?
I struggle sometimes because the exit on Mercer puts you right into the HOV lane. You know, and so then I'll be like, how long can I pretend that I forgot that I'm in the HOV lane until I have to get out of the HOV lane?
See, I'm with you on that. 520 does the same thing. I'm ready to take a right lane exit, and I'm like, I'll get over here. It's only a mile down the road. Next thing I know, it turns into an HOV lane. I'm like, in another 30 feet, it's not going to be an HOV lane. Who designed this? What is this for?
And somebody says, whatever happened to 764 Hero, the HOV snitch line?
Oh, God.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was also a great band in town, 764 Hero. But I remember getting things in the mail from 764 Hero because people would call on me.
Oh, they dined you out.
Oh, dude, a few times.
Whoa. See, there's enough people that will do this.
And it was just like, they didn't give you a ticket or anything. It was just like, hey, somebody informed us that you were driving in the HOV lane via 764 Hero. So I would always call them and be like, I can't believe I'm being targeted. I had my child in the back seat. I am sick of this. I'm sick of getting these letters.
I had my child in the back seat.
What's your child's name?
Lulu.
Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu. Yeah, my fur baby and I drive all the time. It is legal.
I will admit,
BL before Lulu.
I will admit, I have used Prince Steve in the carpool lane on one occasion.
Well, you can.
I know, but like,
Which
I
is
feel
silly.
Like,
A child is not.
No, I feel like I'm breaking the rules. I'm like, okay, I got the little guy in the back seat. Like, I'm good, but
You're
I feel
not
like I'm
breaking
going to
the
get in.
rules.
I feel like I'm going to.
He's another human being. He's got rights.
Yep.
Which is dumb because you could put a pet in there. It's a living being. It takes up as much space as Prince Steve.
Right. They're both capable of driving.
Yeah.
By saying that they aren't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just as useful to society at that stage.
Right.
Arguably, your dog is more useful than Prince Steve is right now.
I feel like Lulu could do a better job driving than Prince Lulu.
Yeah.
I mean, than Prince Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Kid can't even sit up on his own. I'm trying to teach him.
Yeah. See, so
You talking yet?
Kind of. He kind of said hello.
okay.
How old is he?
6 months.
That's not saying hello.
No,
he
it
didn't say
sounded.
hello.
He sounded like he said it. He was just making noises, but it freaked us out.
Vicky, you shouldn't smoke pot around this child.
Yeah, don't-
And damn it, Carl said thank you once when I fed him.
He did?
He did.
The cat?
Yeah, he was like, meow, thank you.
So it says, Steve, I've gotten 3 of those HOV hero letters as well. It always makes me wonder what kind of douche is actually reporting HOV violators.
That's right. The same kind of douches that will work for the government for free to give you a parking
Responsible
ticket.
people.
And why can't we then report them for probably texting while driving?
Right?
Ooh, good call.
I'm on to them.
Yeah, you are. Because somehow, some way.
Or calling while driving.
Yeah, or something while driving.
They had to do something. They had to write down the license plate number.
Or take a picture of it. They have their phone in their hand.
Good call. You're absolutely right. In some way, shape, or form, unless they get one of those idyllic memories and photographic memories, they probably were doing something unsafe.
Or they had a passenger. Because they were properly in the HOV lane with a passenger.
Oh, that's a good point. I thought about that.
How funny would that be if you report them and it sends out the letter to the HOV violator, and at the same time you get a letter for using your phone?
See.
Serves them right.
Right?
Yeah. So I want none of this. I want the government to have official people that our tax money pays for to do these jobs, not regular morons like Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want that happening.
I'm opposed to it. I wouldn't trust me with this power.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
I give you tickets all the time.
I know you would. I would get tickets all the time just because there'd be idiots going, oh, hey, now I got this job. Who's the guy I hate? Oh, BJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here's something I want to talk about and see your opinion on this. A woman from Pennsylvania just posted a story about her wedding on Facebook, and she put it in a Facebook group called That's It, I'm Wedding Shaming. So I guess there's a whole Facebook group where you can talk about wedding shaming. She recently got married and says that she let one of her dad's friends bring his daughter and daughter's husband to the small wedding. But she got very upset when she found out that this woman that she barely knew brought 10 Tupperware containers. And then the woman proceeded to fill 7 of them with food from the buffet dinner, 3 of them with desserts, and grabbed a few beers and some floral centerpieces on the way out. Oh, and I guess her gift to the couple was just a $5 bill. Okay, that's lame.
Wow.
That's pretty...
She's got the next couple weeks of dinners, though, taken care of.
Yeah, right.
And
dessert.
according to the Facebook post, again, this is a one-sided story, but the woman that left a $5 bill and took all these Tupperwares, they say she was not struggling financially. She just wanted all the leftovers. And so now there's a big debate on whether or not what the woman did was okay. Now, had you given a good wedding gift... Because, I mean, I look at if you pay, hundreds of dollars for a wedding gift. Some people do that, I think if it's a buffet... I mean, if everyone's had food, I think it's important that, you wait until maybe they're about to take the food out of there or it's getting cold, that, you don't do it. But if it's going to be thrown away, what's the problem?
We made sure we had doggy bags because ours was a buffet. And it was just like, dude, make sure after everyone has already eaten, take everything, man. We spent a lot of money on this freaking food. I want to make sure people are going to enjoy it.
So you have the right attitude.
The same with even our rehearsal dinner we did at Buca di Beppo, and we knew for sure we were going to have lots of leftovers. I think Ted walked out with like 7 doggy bag type things of pasta.
Good for Ted.
My mom just kept loading him up. She's like, take this. He's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. Otherwise you're throwing this stuff away.
See, like at Mexican weddings, we do the same thing where it's like, here's a paper plate. Please take some home. Here's some cake. Take some home. However, did she bring the Tupperware?
Yes.
She showed up with
her own Tupperware.
That's tacky.
Oh, but
Excuse
dude,
me, that's tacky.
dude,
Especially if you don't know the person.
No, but it's more convenient, don't you think, than the paper plate? Keeps everything
It is more
fresh.
convenient, but it makes you look tacky.
Apparently, she loaded up 7 of those Tupperware containers with the food, and then 3 containers with homemade cookies, a couple bottles of beer, and most of the centerpieces, like you said.
I like the homemade cookies. I'm all for that. And look, I know that it's tacky, Vicky, but
$5. That's all she gave.
Exactly, $5.
I
You
agree
don't
with
know
that.
the person. Like if it was you and you showed up with Tupperware, I'd be like, okay, that's BJ. Cool. You do. Like here, let me give you food.
I would leave it in the car, and then when they was ready to get the food, I go, look,
Yeah.
I always have Tupperware. Would say, I always keep Tupperware in the car. Is it okay if I go get it?
I just so happened to buy a bunch of Tupperware yesterday, and I haven't taken that in the car.
Yeah.
I would. Remember, my mom was boxing up cupcakes to give to you.
Your mom was the best. Oh, man, I want you to get married again so I can have those cupcakes.
All right, let me talk to my wife.
Okay.
See if she's cool with that.
Yeah, let her know that, look, it's not about whether or not you guys are happy. It's about I want cupcakes. That's all I care about. Damn, because your mom took care of me good.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. So the consensus in the room, it's okay to take the food, but don't bring the Tupperware and give a better gift.
I think it's completely fine to take the food if everyone's enjoyed the food.
Yeah.
And $5 is stupid. Come on, that's insulting.
I was at a wedding, and I feel like people really, they weren't kind. They took all the Dick's burgers.
Oh, is this the Star Wars wedding?
It's the Star Wars wedding, and our table is one of the tables that went last. And I think people just reaching into a bag, getting more than one burger when you're not sure how many it will feed. I don't mind going back up on a buffet.
Yep.
You should take one helping at a buffet, let everybody go through, then all bets are off is going back for seconds. But people taking multiple burgers when you have a finite supply, I thought was really cheesy.
Dude, yeah, right. I've had that. Like with church, we have our buffets sometimes after church, and there's someone who makes these damn meatballs that are freaking next level.
Oh, man.
They're like these tangy, kind of sweet, soury. I don't know how to even describe them.
See, that's what I miss about going to church. People with the potlucks and everything.
And like I make it a point when I see those meatballs are there, I'm already posted up at the front of the line, because there's been a couple times where I wasn't at the front of the line, and I get there towards the back, and the meatballs are all gone because they're like crack.
Yeah.
And I look around, and I'm seeing all these people with 3-4 meatballs on their plate. I'm like, you nice people that go to church with me.
Yeah,
I want some of those meatballs.
You can't be doing that.
Why did you hog all the meatballs?
I think 2 meatballs is the most you should have in a buffet, if it's finite.
Yeah. If you know that these are going to go, and then go back. Like I've done that before. I'll wait, and I'm like, okay, that's the last person in line. Once I see they get their food, I'm going back up and getting more of those meatballs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people don't get that. I guess it's just every man for himself kind of attitude, which is lame because
you just don't think about it maybe math wise.
See, that's what you have to know. When you're in a finite buffet, you have to, it's not like a never-ending buffet like, at the Snoqualmie Casino, where they're just going to basically, they got crab legs by the barrel. I mean, if you can't just go take it and go, oh, they'll put more cupcakes out. It's the buffet.
Yeah.
No, this is a finite situation.
Right. There's people who made this stuff.
Yeah. So I was so frustrated because I was waiting for a Dick's all day.
So we haven't talked about, was the wedding good?
Oh, the wedding was fantastic.
What were some of your favorite costumes?
She had all the bridesmaids dressed in red because she was the Sith and he was, of course, a Jedi. And so I loved it. And she had a white gown, but a flare of that. They had some stormtroopers show up.
Nice.
People dressed up as stormtroopers.
Any Ewoks?
No Ewoks. There was a couple that actually made their own suit and dress out of a Star Wars pattern, which funny. I thought was a great DIY. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. They all have lightsabers in the wedding picture.
Yeah, lots of lightsabers. The centerpieces were like some nice miniatures of like the Millennium Falcon. I mean, this was legit. Huh. Yeah, it was a fun wedding. And and there's like how they have like a carpet, like a red carpet or a piece of paper that they walk up on. It had letters, like a sprawling sort of words that were like the opening to a Star Wars movie.
Oh, like the yellow letters that kind of scroll up.
Yeah, so they had a thing like that where it talked about like their journey, blah 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 blah, and you got to read it as you followed it to the front of the wedding. It was, and of course, very Star Wars inspired. Though I will say the bride, she went off the Star Wars script and had a cool little Avengers spoiler as one of her vows. She basically, you saw, Well, you know what? Well, I don't think this is a big spoiler to say how how
3,000 line.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, she used that line. She used that line from
That's cool.
Avengers. Yeah, and I thought, all right, I'll approve it. It's off. It's off theme, but still in the geeky community, I approved it.
Across the streams.
I didn't protest. Yeah, it was. Did
they walk out to the Imperial March? Was just checked.
She did.
In. Nice.
Yeah, she did. He didn't, but she did again because she was Sith.
Got you.
Yeah, it was a fun wedding, a really, really fun wedding. It was one of the most fun weddings I've ever been to. So, Sabrina, Rogelio, good job, guys.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, that was that's not what happened.
Close.
Yesterday, Steve, he couldn't figure that out, but he did figure this out.
Which animal has the longest neck? Anteater. No.
Giraffe.
Yes.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You hope to get easy questions like that? May happen. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.